Shalom Aleichem, everybody. In this week's Parsha, we hear about the birth and the early lives of Yaakov and Esav. And Chazal and the Mefarshim look at the lives of Yaakov and Esav not only as individuals, but also through the lens of Jewish history. The lives of Yaakov and Esav don't only represent their own personal experiences, but also, primarily, they represent what will happen to our two nations. And with that introduction and in that context, the Medrash Rabbah in Parashat Toldot in Parsha Samach Gimel Piskates says the following. The Torah says in Parshas Vayishlach that Edom is a descendant of Esav, and Edom is often associated with Rome. And the Medrash says that a certain ruler from Edom approached the Chachamim and asked the following question: who will rule after us? And the Medrash says that one of the Chachamim brought out a clean new klaf, a new parchment, and brought out a pen, a quill, and he wrote the following words from our Parsha, describing the birth of Yaakov. The Torah says that Esav was born first, and then v'achreichein yatsa achiv v'yado ochezes ba'akev Esav. After Esav was born, his brother left the womb holding on to the heel of Esav. That's Yaakov. That's what this Chacham wrote on the new blank parchment. Yaakov was born second with his hand on the heel of Esav. And that's why he's called Yaakov again. His whole life, both personally and nationally, is holding on to the heel of Esav. And so as an answer to this ruler's question about who's going to rule after Esav loses power, after Edom loses power, what's the answer? V'achreichein Achiv yatsa achiv v'yado ochezes ba'akev Esav. In the end, however long it takes, Yaakov will be there, holding on to the heel of Esav, ready to take over. That's the Medrash. But the question is, why did the Medrash say that the Chacham wrote out this pasuk on a new piece of parchment? Why couldn't he just say the pasuk? And if he's going to write it, why wouldn't he write it on an old piece of parchment, a used piece of parchment? Why a new piece? So these questions are asked by Rav Simcha Bunim Sofer, who died in 1906. He became the Rosh Yeshiva of the Pressburg Yeshiva after his father, the Ksav Sofer, died in 1871. The Ksav Sofer was the son of Rav Moshe Sofer, the Chasam Sofer, who died in 1839. But this is an idea from Rav Simcha Bunim Sofer, found in his Sefer on the Chumash, Sha'arei Simcha, on Parashat Toldot, and he says the following. Very often, when a person is healed or cured from Yisurin, Chas v'Shalom, when a person is freed from painful challenges that they had been suffering in their life, God forbid, very often they will be very grateful. Emir Hashem, they'll be very grateful for being freed from those challenges. Very often they'll even celebrate the fact that they no longer suffer from those Yisurin. But those celebrations and those expressions of gratitude will be mixed with a tinge of sadness and a tinge of pain. The celebrations will remind them of how hard it was. The mental anguish has not been extinguished completely. This is usually the case. However, Rav Simcha Bunim Sofer says that will not be the case with the ultimate Geula. God willing, Emir Hashem, when the time comes soon for the current Galus to end and for Yaakov to finally let go of the heel, when he and we are finally rid of this painful and challenging galus, the beauty and the splendor that will come with the Geula will be so powerful, so positive, overwhelmingly positive. The Simcha will be complete and whole without any hint of sadness of the past. It'll be like turning a new page in history, a brand new page, a blank page of history. And that's what the Chacham showed this ruler. When Hashem decides that your time here is done, Edom, not only will Bnei Yisrael survive, and not only will Bnei Yisrael thrive, but the past will be just that, the past. No combination of happiness with a tinge of pain when we remember what things used to be like. A new blank page of history will emerge. And that's exactly what we daven for. We daven for the Geula to come today and the pain to end today, Emir Hashem. And literally today, the Chatufim, God willing, should return to their homes safely. And citizens of Chayei Tzal, citizens should be able to return to their homes safely. And Chayei Tzal, Emir Hashem, should be able to return to their homes safely. And Emir Hashem, we will all be able to start writing on a blank, brand new page in history. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.